Flexibility, being your own boss, and micro-entrepreneurship are all buzzwords that we hear about the gig economy, but it's not always what it's cracked up to be. So how are self-employed contractors in the flexi-job industry finding the leverage to make tech giants like Deliveroo listen and respond to their grievances? Let's have a look. Welcome to Class Roots, where we share stories about people who are getting off their ass and trying to make the world a better place. So make sure you hit that subscribe button for more information about people getting together and getting organised. I'm Sam, and today I'm talking about how Deliveroo couriers are getting together to protect their pay, increase their job security and gain union recognition. So first off, who are Deliveroo? If Deliveroo operate in your country, you may well have heard of them. They're in 84 cities across 12 countries and have raised in total more than $450 million in investment since 2014. For those unfamiliar with their concept, you place a food order online and a courier brings it round to your door, usually by bike or motorbike. This sort of job generally falls under what we call the gig economy. Day-by-day or job-by-job assignments marketed to workers for its flexibility, allowing you to work independently. Kind of your very own self-employed micro-business. But the reality for many is that it's a hard graft, and you never really know precisely how much you're going to earn from week to week. Companies such as Deliveroo have also been profiting from the uncertainty of whether their workers are workers or self-employed contractors. If you happen to be a self-employed contractor, the company doesn't have to pay you sick pay, holiday pay, maternity leave, or provide a pension plan. They don't even have to pay towards the maintenance of your equipment or even cover the costs if you're in an accident working for them. Companies may also be reluctant to recognise and negotiate with workers collectively, such as through workers' unions, preferring to deal with workers individually instead. In the summer of 2016, Deliveroo riders in London were earning £7 per hour plus £1 per delivery. In August, the company proposed new contracts for workers, removing the £7 hourly rate and replacing it with £3.75 per delivery. Potentially more money, but not guaranteed. Workers who refused to move on to the new contract were threatened with job losses. Such a switch in the rules, especially being more or less imposed on them, was not taken well by many of the Deliveroo riders and led to a spontaneous week of strikes from riders in London. These strikes resulted in Deliveroo making a U-turn and announcing that riders would not lose their job if they refused to sign the new contracts, as long as they moved their work to a new area, within 2 kilometres. It's also not just in the capital city that UK riders have been getting organised. In Bristol, the trainers of the riders were unhappy with the demands that were being put on them to carry out trial shifts. 4 to 6 new riders would accompany them for a trial shift, making it dangerous as well as difficult to manage. After just a one-day strike, the management had agreed to arrange a health and safety rep for their area, bring changes to the trial scheme and limit the amount of new riders to 2 per trial. And Deliveroo riders in Berlin were also not happy with their pay. They stopped wearing their uniform and covered up their delivery boxes. If Deliveroo didn't pay them any better, they weren't going to continue advertising their service for free. And the company responded by adding a €1.50 per hour rain bonus. And Deliveroo isn't the only food courier service which has seen some worker organisation recently. Couriers for food order in Italy have been organising strikes demanding a minimum €7.50 per hour with a bonus per delivery. No punishments for those involved in the protest, subsidies for the costs of phone data and bike repairs involved in courier work, and insurance cover for accidents while on the job. So far they've won themselves a 50% discount at 3 bike shops in Rome, but the organisation is continuing as the company keeps hiring more people, which is driving wages downwards. One of the interesting things about these events is that even without union recognition, riders have still started making gains for themselves. If they had been classed as workers of the company with a recognised union, they would have had to go through the whole balloting process before they could go on strike. As self-employed contractors, they were able to just stop working at the expense of their earnings. Combine this freedom with social networking and you've got the opportunity for very rapid organisation. Through the process of engaging in collective action, many of the riders are also now joining workers' unions, such as the Independent Workers of Great Britain, the IWGB, and the Industrial Workers of the World, the IWW. These unions have also been supporting the campaigns. The IWGB have been taking Deliveroo to court to fight for union recognition and to have their workers classified as workers rather than freelancers. This worked in the courts for Uber drivers in London, and if won, it should open the way for bargaining rights, the right to a minimum wage, holiday and sick pay. Deliveroo riders have also organised a bulletin, Rebelroo, to share news and information among themselves and make connections between local groups as well as other courier networks abroad. And in Italy, the food order strikers have also been supported by local social centres who have provided regular meals when money is low during the strikes. So what is in store for Deliveroo? On the 4th of February, Brighton riders went on strike, protesting their £4 per hour minimum wage, and many are looking to unionise compliance with the IWGB. In London, the IWGB are still pursuing legal action to gain union recognition, collective bargaining rights, and to have their riders classified as workers of the company. It's also opened the direction that these campaigns could go. In an interview with Alternate, economist Gerald Friedman said that trying to get our way out of the flexi-job area and back onto career ladder type work might not be the most desirable way to go. He said that instead we should seek to enhance worker security and independence outside of work through systems of income security by establishing worker-controlled guilds to regulate access to gig work through hiring halls and hiring lists, and by extending legal protection to workers' civil rights and health and safety while doing freelance and gig work. Technology is also readily available, and there's a generation growing up with the skills and the language to build applications and websites. Could the sort of technology that makes companies like Deliveroo, Uber and Foodora possible be put to use to make worker-owned courier collectives, an arrangement where everyone involved has a stake in the business? These visions of worker-owned businesses are already a reality. Control Couriers in London and Pedal Express in Berkeley, California, for example. Instead of simply waiting on a notification to deliver some food, could workers be more involved by collectively owning the business and the app, make decisions more democratically, and reinvest profits back into the business and enjoy the benefits of sick pay and maternity leave? We would love to hear your thoughts. What are the biggest challenges facing workers and their organisations in the gig economy? Are workers' guilds and systems of legal protection the way forward? Or the use of technology and social media for collective ownership of these companies? Let us know in the comments, and if you know anyone working in the gig economy, a bike career or otherwise, make sure you share this video with them. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.